love that card. I threw it in my bag that day. We're right on time. We're right on time today. That's important, Diane, to be on time.
Good morning, everybody.
Hi, everyone. Diane's back today,
Yep.
and I'm pretty happy about that because she's got another amazing project to show us, and she finished out her vignette panel. Blah, blah, blah. I can't even talk. Her vignette panel is done, and she's going to show us that.
Yep, it's all glued together.
So good morning, Mary. Mary from Maine says, "Morning, my friends with hearts." Isn't that sweet?
You're so sweet.
You guys don't know how much that means to us, and it's a lot. And Donna says, "Good morning, girls." Yep. Janet's here, and Julie's here from Minnesota. Look at Diane's got her workspace already, including her Tim Holtz glass media mat,
which I love.
And Chris is here, also from Minnesota. And Chris, we're looking forward to seeing you.
Yes.
In what, a week and a half?
Yep.
Week and a half. We have Diane, should we pan across? We've been talking about the 49 and Market Spectrum Sherbet, and it's here. Most of it's here. Not everything, but we have boxes and boxes of it.
And boxes. It's awesome.
And we're not going to show you that in detail right now because it deserves a video in itself. But we do have some other things to show you. And Diane, Chris says she's watching for Anne.
Oh,
and that
yes.
kind of gives us goosebumps.
Yes, it does. And we sure send our condolences to your whole group and her family.
One of our loyal viewers and customers passed away unexpectedly last week, and she's got lots of friends, including Chris, who's watching. And it's kind of speechless.
Yep.
Our
Beyond
sympathy.
words.
And let's all just take a minute and appreciate each day and do something fun and appreciate that we're here and we're having it. Even when it's crappy outside, we need to be happy.
Yes, definitely.
Chris says she wants the Spectrum. And
well, it will be here, Chris, when you get here.
It's here. It'll be here. It's also online. We don't have it out on the sales floor yet, but it is online. So you can go out and you can get a good look at it. I got a good look at it this morning because we had an online order for it, so that gave me a chance to look at it.
And the paper is due in tomorrow.
So we're going to have the individual sheets of paper and the tablets. I don't know if the tablets are coming tomorrow.
I don't know either.
It's sprinkling in.
So maybe you're not going to be here Thursday. Maybe Friday?
Should we do a video of the whole thing?
On Friday?
Yeah.
Maybe we could do that instead of my video.
We'll figure it out. And you can go online and look at it if you want to. But we have some other things that came in that we want to show you. And then we're going to head over to Diane. She's got her table already. So I think we're ready. Oh, Melissa says, I need to know more about the bees that she's standing next to.
This was a collection that we had last year that was really, really popular. And again, it's by the same company, Heckley and Company, that we showed yesterday, the wildflower.
Oh, yeah, the wildflower.
Flower collection. So I'll just skim through this, but it's beautiful paper.
And this is all hand painted.
It's
and do you think this
gorgeous.
is the same collection as before?
I think so.
Okay, back in stock for the spring and all our bee lovers.
Yeah.
And we
so there's some metallic.
And the artist, I read an article about this, and the artist designed it, and they called it "Tell the Bees" because it's a kind of a folklore that when you have a birth or a new baby or you're making changes, then the villagers would tell the bees.
Interesting.
It was very interesting.
So this is an awesome. The colors are just beautiful. Probably doesn't do it justice.
And is that online under paper pads?
It does. Just put in "Tell the Bees" and it should come up. And then this has been another one, Midnight Flight. This was another popular one that we just got back in. It's just the colors. If you put black,
it's very bright
it's
with the
just gorgeous backgrounds for all kinds of things.
And Linda, I totally agree with her comment. She says she wished some of the bee paper was wallpaper.
Oh, yeah.
Because wallpaper's popular again.
It is, but not in my house. I'm never stripping wallpaper again.
So wallpaper's back.
Yep.
Then we got in all kinds of themed papers, and we'll flip through those. These are going to be online.
Yeah.
For themes. Oh gosh, and Val has a good idea too. She says that paper would be great for an Elizabeth Craft diary.
Oh, it would just, and it will be beautiful on what I am showing today. It would be gorgeous. Okay.
I'm very hungry right now, so some of these papers, a lot of papers you're going to find in our themes. And if you are doing a project and you need something for macaroni and cheese, there you go. Or if you're hungry for lunch.
And cheese, we've got money, we've got Minions that are so popular. M&M's.
2 different M&M's paper. The actual M&M's, and then we got the M&M logo.
I gotta put this down and do it different.
They're slippery, aren't
Okay,
they?
yes, they are slippery. This is marching band.
It's really cool because it's got the football field
Do we need those?
with the music. No, we don't need those.
Okay. Music notes.
This is called Band Mom, Marching Band Band Mom, but I think it's just a great music paper.
Hershey chocolate.
Okay, that was a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one. Sweet corn.
Good for Iowa for sure, the sweet corn.
Monopoly board.
Oh gosh, it's getting a lot of hearts.
Pizza.
Pizza and popcorn.
Popcorn.
Popcorn's a big family thing in my family that we love it.
This paper is awesome because it fills in a lot of generic miscellaneous gaps that we need.
Well, if you're like baking cookies and you
Yep.
want to do a scrapbook page. We also have some dance papers.
Yeah, there's a couple
Diane's
other-
searching through them.
There's one dance.
It says dance your heart out.
And there's a spotlight.
They're kind of glary, but
Yeah.
that's just the way it is.
Okay.
Oh, look at the tuxedo.
Tuxedo, prom. I think one of the schools here in town just had their prom last weekend. And then we've got...
Tammy says her granddaughter's favorite food is macaroni and cheese, so she needs the paper.
Yep.
I needed that too.
Okay, so we got a couple black and white checkered.
Everybody's hungry now, Diane. I'm sorry that's not.
We need donuts.
And I'm hungry too. It's right after the video. I'm getting lunch.
Okay. We've got sand and beach, and then we've got some
good water.
lake water. Okay, so these are a couple Dr. Seuss ones.
Cat in the Hat.
And then all the places you'll go, which everybody read to their kids.
And that's
here's
another
a-
dance.
here's
or
another-
music.
Yep.
It could be band or dance or music.
And then the
Performance.
stage.
And Chris, you're right. Those checkered flags are great for racing. Or maybe if you get a ticket, that might be a good one. That's a cruise ship.
Cruise ship. Okay, then we have more
More Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss.
Smile because it happened. When you were born to stand out.
That's cute.
Says they can't find the Tell the Bees online. There's SpongeBob. That was my daughter's favorite.
Okay.
And now my grandson watches it.
We'll have to go look, but
This is another good one for graduation, possibly.
okay. More Dr. Seuss. Sorry, this paper is kind of slippery. It's hard
It's
to
very
hold.
slippery.
And then
This
more
is
music.
cool.
This is cool. This was a new one.
Yeah, I like that a lot. When my son was in band, there was nothing for band.
Okay, another
Tropical. That's where we want to be.
one. Pancakes. If you like my grandkids,
So
you got to have pancakes every morning when
I'm wondering where the chocolate chips are.
Yep, we need chocolate chips too. Okay, breast cancer and hot air balloon, which are quite popular in Iowa.
It's a big festival, and a new customer is coming for that, and she's going to stop here on her way.
Right. And we got lots of trash.
And we're going to have Doug look up the Tell the Bees products.
Our bill. Chess. And these are just one-sided papers.
Good themes.
Yes. Okay, more dance. This would make
and you know, recital time's coming up, so there'll be a lot of dance projects and stuff.
Would you see if these are online, please? Thank you.
Karen says they use the Places You'll Go book for their son's graduation. It makes a good guest book.
Okay, that was, I think we've had.
Mac and Cheese might be a rerun.
Yeah.
Minions, those few might be reruns. I might have pulled them twice by accident.
Okay, this is Firefighters. It's like the chrome plate, step plates. Or
Yeah, I didn't know the name of it, so I think I said metal thing on it. But if you go to shopping and go to themes and go to military and heroes and fire, it'll be there.
Okay, we got run for track, and then cross country. So it's definitely track season.
And it's hard to find track things.
Okay, so I think some of these are now reruns. Okay, so these are all firefighter papers.
There's the little siren light.
Yep. And then the axes.
These are out there. These don't have pictures yet, but they will because we got Penny here today and she's going to do all of that for us.
So this could be for axe throwing too.
Oh, it could. It could.
Yes, I know my son-in-law just went this weekend and the boys and did axe throwing.
I thought that
caution
was caution
tape.
tape.
Fire trucks.
It is very hard to find fire people paper.
And that's a really good stripe for anything. And then the logo. And flames. And more
and
flames.
There's some flames.
Yeah.
That could even be like campfire.
Yeah. So I think all of these are duplicates.
Duplicates?
So.
Okay, so there's some new theme papers. And then the Vicki Boutin Sweet Rush came in. We had gotten some of the individual papers, but we've got it all now. We wanted to...
Okay, so the tablets came in. We'll just...
If we
this
flip
paper
through this,
is
you'll see all of these papers are available individually also.
They're kind of a distressed looking, but beautiful colors.
The papers have been selling already, even before the embellishments came in.
Look at that one. That one is just so cool.
That one was on an order this morning.
Oh, we got the individual, yeah. Oh my goodness, look at that.
So Vicki Boutin, she's an artist and she's known for color, as you can tell. And we had her collection last year that everybody loved and it went viral. And we had her Christmas collection. And that was a real popular one too. And we have this 12 by 12 tablet that Diane just showed you. And then we also have the 6 by 8 tablet. And those are both going to be online if you go to collections or new and Vicki Boutin Sweet Rush. And here's the embellishments.
Yep. These are the thicker, all the wonderful words. People love those. And then another set of stickers. Look at that peacock. Katie, there's your peacock. Lots and lots of stickers on there.
I would say color is the main thing for spring. If you look at the Spectrum Sherbet and now you look at Vicki Boutin.
Which is awesome. After we've spent the last 2 years in quarantine, we need a lot of color in our life.
We do.
These are really stitched hearts that are kind of dimensional. Well, they are dimensional.
Several layers. And
And the set of stamps, which are awesome. Those flowers are, you got 3 different sizes. And then this is the sticker pack.
I didn't realize that was like that. That's cool.
Lots of good stuff. So, and then here's all, and then we
flipped through the papers in the books. They're going to be the same.
And then we got this. This is a date stamp from Paige Evans.
So if you like to date things, your pages, your layouts, Teresa was dating her book yesterday. I date. When I give somebody a card, like for their birthday, I put the date on it.
I do too.
I just think they're cool.
Yeah, Katie and Teresa were excited about that. So,
like we mentioned, the Spectrum from 49 and Market, Sherbet, is here. They do have magnets now, and these are really good prices too.
They're the larger size and then the smaller size.
Aren't they like $5.99?
$5.99 and $6.99.
So that's a really good magnet price.
Yep.
So the Spectrum, we're going to have a big reveal, but it is available online if you want to go take a look at it. There's a card kit, there's rub-ons, there's washi tape, there's paper, there's chipboard, there's epoxies, there's rub-ons,
a lot.
there's die cuts. Too much to mention.
Yeah, there's a lot with this collection.
Okay, so Diane is here, and last week she brought this in, and she had it in pieces, and you got it all assembled now, right, Diane?
Yes, it's all attached. I still got to do my dates. I got to go do some searching for the date of this, and then I'll write everybody's names and the date.
And right here is Diane and Dawn's mom, Verena. Or V, we all called her V. Yep. So we're excited. Diane even brought people she follows on YouTube with her, and I took a picture of that.
Okay. I've had lots of requests for YouTubers that I follow, and these are just a few of the ones that they might not be your style, but I like the way that these ladies, their projects, they're just really fun projects that they usually put on. And some of them do videos every day.
I don't know how they do it.
No,
hey, we're doing it. We're doing it, but we're not just one person. Okay. Well, sorry, Diane, I forgot something. The Tell the Bees paper pads.
They're online.
They're online?
Yep.
They're online now. Okay. All right. And Janet just put a connection to them. Okay. So, all right. Sorry to interrupt.
So
charms are out of stock.
What charms?
Tell the Bees charms.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, we didn't get those back in. The bee charms didn't come back in.
Okay.
All right. Sorry, Diane.
So that's what this list is you just go out to YouTube and you pick out the ones that you like. I like their style, so that's why I follow these ladies. And a lot of them have challenges.
Well, Wendy says she also likes Liz the Paper project.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's some good ones. So pick out the ones that you like.
I'll just look over your shoulder.
So this is the project and this was one of the projects that I got off of one of the YouTube, and that's kind of how this series that I'm doing and Katie's doing.
Well, we should tell about the series that's coming up.
Katie will be here tomorrow with one of her, it's kind of a junk journal folio. Chris is here
Thursday.
And then I maybe will be back on Friday with another project. And then next week we have a couple days, and then the following week we have some. I have lots of projects done. It's just finding the time to get everything put together. And
so Diane coordinated this whole thing for us, and it's all cool little projects like this that you can make, and you can even use product you have at home.
Oh, definitely. This is a project that you can use any paper line with. And I started watching all of these ladies, and I got so inspired that I finally decided I needed to start making some of their projects, because most of them are pretty cool projects. And I just thought you ladies would like to see some of the projects actually made up. So this is how this one came about. I designed it just a tad different. And that's the thing I really like about going out and just getting ideas. You don't necessarily have to do exactly what they do. You can, as Tim says, you can make it your own.
You do you.
You do you. And that's exactly what I did. And when I decided I loved this paper line, and this was the project that I did first, which inspired this project.
Now, someone just asked if there's instructions. Is this something you need instructions for, or is this when you watch the video you'll kind of get it?
Yes, hopefully I am not into writing instructions. I apologize.
That's okay.
I just went and I followed along on a video. That's what I did, and then decided to
So there's
throw
not
in other
instructions,
things.
but if you see it today, what Diane's going to show you,
Right.
you'll be able to make it,
Right.
and then do other little things with
Yep.
it.
And this was one thing that I added, so I had to go back and then you got to figure out how to fold it again. So I am going to show you how to make this tag here and how I cut it out and attached it. And I started with these. This was my inspiration, really, was this manila tag.
That's a big tag.
Because Kelly and I found a whole bunch.
We found a box of them.
We found a whole box of them. And we are selling those in groups of 4 for $1.99, and they're under miscellaneous product online. And they're the number 10. So if you have already bought the white number
sure.
10s,
Yeah.
you can use it. They don't have to be the manila, but if you just want a few to start out with, this is a good. This one we didn't get packaged. We do have the smaller ones, which is this size here, and they're.
Is that the number 8 then?
This is the number 8, which we do have the number 8 in the white also packaged. So, and I know a lot of you have already purchased those.
A lot of you have purchased
These
them.
are the 2 size tags that I use. I used 4 of the bigger ones and 2 of the smaller, number 8.
So 4 big and 2 little.
Yep. So I knew I wanted to use, sometimes when I do a project, I set goals for myself. And one of the goals this time was to use acetate.
Oh, okay.
I love that look, and if you...
And I think you can tell when we kind of go like that, it does have acetate in it.
So that was one of the things that I wanted to make sure I used in this project. The other one, I'm not sure. Use my sewing machine, which everybody knows I like. And then using the tags again.
And there's more
and
acetate.
using the glaze again, which I did on that project. So I used the weathered wood glaze. So those were just a couple things that I wanted to make sure that I used
It's
in
kind of
this
a neat idea, though,
this
if you are
project.
doing a project to set
Yep.
yourself some goals to maybe use something you haven't used before.
So go into your cupboard and just see what you haven't used and pull it out and try to figure out how you can use it in a certain project. So I started with this tag right here, and I knew I wanted to have an opening, a pretty big opening, because this was inspired by this paper here.
And this
So I
again is
knew-
Weathered Garden. by
Yep,
Simple
and it
Stories.
is 4x6 elements, if you're looking for it. It's item number 16714. And this was my inspiration for this tag. So I knew I needed a big opening, and I'm not real good at using an X-Acto knife to cut it out. So I went to my dies, my Elizabeth Craft
How
dies.
organized Diane's dies are.
And I found a die that would work, and it worked perfectly. And it was this it's this set right here.
So it's Planner Essentials 21.
I used this top one right here. This one. This outside tag.
With the little dots at the top?
Yep.
So that's $22.99. It's Planner Essentials number 21. And that looks like it's got lots of good stuff on it.
Oh, this was one of my favorite.
'cause-
If you need one, this is
So
one.
is this one that is a tab that you cut out and you just fold it?
Yep,
then? It
you fold
scores?
that. I use...
Oh, there's lots of little tabs.
Yeah, all of these pieces right here are awesome. And these, like this one here, I've used a lot of times. This one is a really cool tag. Oh,
Diane,
it's
you look
just
so organized.
It's just got a lot of fun pieces. I've used these. This is to make a corner pocket, which I've used several times.
okay.
Yeah. So it's got all of these fun shapes.
There's a lot of dies on
Yes.
there. I don't think the package says, but I'm not going to count them, but 23.
So if you haven't bought this one, this would be a great one to buy.
And I have not bought that one, so
Yeah.
thank you.
So it worked perfect on this tag. So you can see that it would cut out a really cool shape. So what I did first is put your paper, glue your paper on your tag.
Oh,
And don't try to do it afterwards. So I picked out this paper. I'm using different paper this time, just for an example. And then just put your die on there. And I did use the yellow tape, which I didn't bring, to tape it down so it stayed in place and ran it through. So then you get this piece.
So you have, I just want to make sure, okay, so you have paper that you put on top of the tag.
Which was this paper right here.
Okay, yeah.
That's what this is.
Okay.
So I liked that background. It's kind of a muted stamps, but I wanted to add more, so I went to this stamp. Now this stamp is currently not in stock, but it is available.
It looks well loved, Diane.
It is. Yeah.
Yes. So you can tell.
So there it is.
Okay.
So I stamped it with ice spruce.
So you're using weathered wood and ice spruce on your project.
Yep.
You can see it here that you've stamped over the butterflies.
And it is called Springtime Harmony Stamp. And of course it's a 49 in market stamp. But this is what it looks like. It's just got lots of words, some greenery, some butterflies. It's just a really cool stamp. And it's very sticky. I had it stuck to some paper.
Yes.
So it's very sticky. So if you do want this one, you will have to call in and order it, because I apologize, I did not get it ordered in time.
It's okay.
So, but you can use
people
any
might have other
background stamps. Any of,
individually. Here's another background stamp. Oh, that's Teresa's
yeah,
fave.
this is a great, this would make a really good background too.
Entomology.
And then the new one from Creative Expressions. Any of these, like this one, would be really cool.
The big ones do this.
So the name, okay, so they asked about the name of the die that she uses from Elizabeth Crafts, and it's 1739. It's Planner Essentials 21, called Note Pieces. And then the name of the stamp again is Springtime Harmony. Whoops, a little. And are those on order?
They are.
Okay, so they'll be here soon.
They will be here next week.
We are getting orders in like 3 days sometimes, aren't
Yeah.
we, Diane?
Yep.
Which is good and bad, but
Yep.
really good.
So it just added a little bit more to this piece, because this is my focal piece here, so I wanted it pretty cool looking. I think it turned out really cool.
I think it is cool looking,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
It's getting lots of hearts.
So again, it had these words on it, Celebrate Today, which didn't mean much to me. So I went and found another word or phrase that I liked, and it, I'm sure.
Oh, is it a sticker?
Oh, we'll see.
Diane's figuring out where she got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably one of these down here.
Probably. Right there.
So it's from the sticker sheet.
Yep. This sticker sheet has lots, and I did use. Don't you be taking that. It's got lots of stuff on it, and I
you used a lot of it over here,
yes,
too.
I used it.
Like even here, this all together is a sticker.
And you can see how I bought a few sheets of paper, the sticker sheet, some of the ephemera, and I made 2 different projects, and I could make a whole bunch more. And if I make cards, I could make
leftovers.
I could make a lot of cards, which I don't do. But
they're asking, and you're probably going to get to this, if you cut the dots off the top.
well, I didn't.
Or what you did with that.
See, you end up with this piece. which I didn't use, but you
Oh,
could use
okay.
it somewhere in here. You could
So
make
she's
a
just
tag.
using the outside of
I'm
it.
just using the outside, but this would make a really fun tag to put in a pocket. So make sure you save that.
Save it. That would be a good one because it's thick.
So that's what you end up with is that opening. So it was a really easy, neat way to
Without an X-Acto knife.
without an X-Acto knife. And it was just perfect shape. So if you have square dies, rectangle dies, even circle dies, you can cut out on anything. So you don't have to do it by hand. So then I took acetate, and we sell acetate in the 8.5 by 11. This is 10 sheets for $5.99. So acetate is really cheap, and it's just a really fun way to.
You can do a lot with it. It
You
could
can
even
do
be
it.
a page in
Yep,
an album.
Yep. Or we have the 12 by 12, and they're $1.99. So either way.
Okay, they're asking about the manila tags. So these are online. The large number 10 tags are online under miscellaneous product. The small tags are not online.
No, and we can package those. I guess. Sorry, I didn't get that part done, but they're 20 cents.
Should we just put 5 in a package and have somebody put them online?
We can, Doug, could you do that?
Come over here. All right.
We've got lots of staff here
gonna
today,
take-
so
Everybody. Okay. I'm going to give Doug some instructions. I'll be right back. Penny, can you video for a minute?
Yep.
You can just take this.
Yes,
It'll be
you
fine.
don't need that.
okay. So what I did is then the next step is to cut out a piece of acetate. So I just cut it out, and I made it a little smaller, and then put 1/8 inch score tape all the way around. And then I put the acetate on. So that's your next step, it will look like that. So then you have your acetate on. And if you use you could use a liquid adhesive. It was just really easy to use the 1/8 inch score tape because it fit perfectly around the edge.
Thanks, Penny. Thanks.
So then,
Tag you.
and
All right.
then,
Diane, I'm back.
yes.
And we are getting the small tags online. They're 5 for $1. They'll be under miscellaneous product. So those are going to be online.
Perfect. Thank you. Sorry I didn't get that done.
Just 2.
And then let's see, I did the paper next, so I'm just using this one as an example.
But that's a great one.
Yes,
I
this
love
is
that with
another
the butterfly in it.
And I would stamp this again with whatever stamp. You can either even find some other butterfly stamps to stamp it with, and the ice spruce matches this collection really well. So that would be your next step. Then this is another background. Okay, so now the tricky part is to get your little hinge. If you can see right in here, I made a hinge. And it's nestled in between all of the papers. So this is how to
You're
make
going to show us how to do that?
an easy hinge. I took a 1-inch strip, 1 by 5 inch strip of paper, and you can decide how long you want it. And then I scored it, and then
So 1 by 5, and she
and
scored
then
it.
it will end up like this. So you cut the ends off, and it's an easy way to make a hinge. So it will look like this. So you have your tag with your acetate, you have your paper, your tag that you want in your background, and then you're going to flip it over. Sorry, I'm such a visual person.
Well, we're visual too, so we're glad that
Okay.
you're showing us.
So you want it hinged on this side,
left.
which would be your left, my right. And we're going to, I should have had this all done, sorry. We're going to put score tape down there. So it's going to be attached there. Then you're going to cut another piece. So you're going to have another background piece.
Okay. So that's going inside the.
So that's going like that. So this will be like your sandwich. So you will have your tag, your background, and then your. Penny, will you get me some score tape, please?
What size?
1/4, please.
It's probably in the drawer, maybe in the drawer up there.
We're going to go get some score tape.
Some score tape. Okay, and Susie's asking about the weathered wood glaze. Do you suppose that could be out of stock?
It might be since we showed it last week, but it is on order again. Yes,
it's coming. It's probably coming in the next couple days. And here's what it looks like.
And then I got this all put together, and then I sewed around it. So I sewed around the whole thing. As you can see here, I sewed around the whole thing.
Wait, I wasn't over there. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I was looking at your other thing. Okay.
I sewed around the whole thing. And
so the hinge that she's talking about is inside there. You can kind of see it.
Yep, it's this paper, this plaid paper right here.
And it's got paper, the tags on top of it, totally covering it so you don't see it.
And you can always use washi tape to make a hinge. Did you have to open it?
Yeah, because we don't.
There's none in the back.
It's
there
okay.
Should be some in the back.
Penny, it's okay.
Okay, so we're going to put, not this piece, this piece.
All right, we got our score tape going.
This was, I had put this together a long time ago, and boy.
Diane started organizing this the next couple weeks that are coming up with all of these kind of mini folio binders, unique way to make albums without an album, and she has started making projects for it for a bit ago.
I wasn't quite organized this morning.
Okay, so Diane, we've got an update on the number 8 tags. They are online now under miscellaneous product, and you get 5 for $1. So we just need to let our staff know about that, don't we, Doug?
5 for
Doug?
$1.
Yeah. So the tags are we got the tags taken care of, everybody.
Okay, and of course I put it on the wrong side.
That's okay, because I'm showing the
That's
tags.
good.
I'm not showing anything that you're doing. Online. Yeah, they're online. And here's the number if you need it.
Liquid adhesive.
Look what's coming up.
Oh boy.
Oh man, I just really didn't
Well, while you're doing that,
get this
we have
planned
a
out
couple
very
questions
well.
that you can answer. When you were stitching, did you have any trouble stitching through the score tape?
I did not.
I think that's a good question.
I did not. My sewing machine is
It's a monster.
It is a monster. Okay, so
Okay, so, and then the other question is, are you using original photos or copies?
these are copies because this is what I found.
But they're really cool. I'm going to show you guys the pictures because this is her mom. Like this one's your mom, right?
Yes.
And there's a picture in here. If you didn't know, Dawn and Diane are sisters. And there's a picture in here where, right here, I think that looks a lot like Dawn right there. So let me know if you agree. Okay, and then the glaze that she's talking about, that's the Tim Holtz glaze.
Yep, and I used it on the
It's
butterfly.
on the butterfly, and it's a clear glaze, but it does have kind of a tint of color. And I think you could use speckled egg with this project. I
Yes.
think you could use fossilized amber, depending on where you're putting it. And I think those colors would be very nice also. And it's sheer, so you can see through it, but it doesn't, it still has kind of a tint of color. And here's what we're making right now. Does this have a magnet in it?
Yes, and
Oh, it does.
that was an afterthought too. So I'll show you how to, when you don't realize you need a magnet until you
Till you
get
do.
it all done. And
Now this has glaze on it also. Let me pick this up so you can see. So like this heart, which I think this is a sticker from the sticker sheet, and then Diane added glaze. She did not stitch it. That's part of the sticker, but it looks like it's stitched.
okay.
And then this butterfly also has glaze on it. So the colors still show through, but they have kind of that cool tint to them.
Okay, so I have the hinge. So I have the tag on the top, your back piece, and then you put your hinge on the left side, so it flips out. So this is this piece right here.
Oh, that's a good way to show it.
Yeah. And then you put your back piece on.
And then that makes it really very solid.
So this is your back piece.
And it covers your hinge.
Yep. So this piece here is like the stripe piece. And then you don't do anything until you get to your next piece. So then I made,
So would that, so your next, then this part of the hinge would slip in between your papers
Right.
on your next
Yep.
piece. Okay. I think
so
we
and
got that.
I made a pocket here. So then I realized I needed a magnet. So that's when I used these. And I put a
that's what's
magnet.
here.
Mhm.
Okay.
I got two of them, so I have one here and one here. So the magnet is between the two. And then I had to put a magnet on, which will be this one. And what I did is, there's a magnet right there. So then I went back and I added a tag to cover it.
To cover your magnet. So you can add magnets after the fact. And if you want to, those new ones from 49 and Market are probably, they're probably the most reasonably priced magnets.
So your tag won't get squished because it's on the outside. So there's your tag and there's your magnet. So you can kind of hear it.
I like it.
This would not lay down flat, so I had to come up with a way to make it lay flat. So that's how the magnet came about. So
And everyone's loving this.
and I used the
Eyelets.
The
It's
eyelet
eyelet
again.
time.
Yes, and I love these colors. They're just great colors, pretty neutral. You'll see how I used
So
it.
she's got them on her tag right
Yep.
there. And you can use your crocodile to set those.
Yep.
Or, remember the old hammering, Diane?
Oh my gosh. Everybody, we couldn't do it late
And
at
those are
night because you'd wake everybody
$3.49.
up.
We would have crops in the back of the store and there'd be hammering going like crazy.
Yep. So I hope I explained that well enough for you to understand how I made it hinge and got it all put together. So again, you have your tag, you cut it out, you put a background sheet, your acetate, put a background sheet on it, put your hinge in between there, and there is your flip tag.
Well, and Diane, I really love that you added the small tag to the front of your book. It just
Isn't it fun?
It is. It's really neat. It makes it, just the design of it makes it a little bit better.
Yep, and the two ribbons I used were these two, and then the other one, this one, there it is, that I colored. I showed you on
So
Friday
she used the
how
Hub Snug
to
seam binding, the croquet.
color it with
Is
the
it croquette or croquet beige? I don't really know. It's like
With the ice
sherbet.
spruce.
It's like sherbet.
So those are the colors I used. So any questions on that?
They are asking the dimensions of the number 10 tag.
Oh.
That means well, maybe you can measure it on your mat.
Okay,
It might be hard to find a ruler around
8.5. 8.5 long. Yes, 8.5 by 4.
So 8.5 by 4. So
Yep.
it's about twice as long as it is wide.
But it's called a number 10 tag and then the number 8 tag.
Everybody loves it. They say it's beautiful.
Well, thank you. So I wanted to use something different other than washi tape or fabric tape to hinge my book together. And I had seen once that somebody had used muslin, just a strip of muslin. So that's what I did. And we do have some of the muslin. They're 75 cents for a 5 by 12.
5 by something.
5 by
Plenty.
something. You don't need much. You only need about an inch wide. So then this is what is hinging this one, and this one together.
So instead of the little paper hinge, you've got muslin.
Right. Or washi tape or whatever you use to hinge things together. And all I did is use liquid glue.
Oh, you're kidding.
Nope. And put it on here. It's so easy. And I made it a little bigger than what I needed, and you just glue it on like that.
I
It's
would
that
not have
easy.
thought of liquid glue.
It's that easy. And I put it on the back side, so make sure you put it on before you put any paper because you want it covered. And nobody really even sees that you used muslin, but it folds really nice and it's really easy to work
We're gonna
with. It
peek at
is
it right
it is
here.
strong, and you can see I inked it a little just to so you wouldn't see it. So you're
You're going to have to show us each page of your project, too. We didn't do that.
yes. So this actually goes on this side. And if you need to take it off, it's really
Looks
easy
like it
to
comes off easy.
take it off.
Good demonstration.
Oh,
Diane
yeah,
did
what
that.
not to do.
Diane did that so you could see how nice it
Yeah.
was. Jennifer said she loves the idea for the hinge. And
Yeah.
you could probably use some other fabric.
Yeah,
if you have
it's just
something
really
else.
easy.
Tear up one of your husband's shirts
Yeah.
or wife's shirts.
So there's this one right there. So the background of all of my tags are pretty much a patchwork looking, except for a few, but I love the patchwork look. So if I take this picture off, you can see how I just use pieces of all the different papers. I love to use a combination of all the paper from a certain collection, and that's how I did it.
I didn't realize that, but it does make
Yeah.
it really more interesting than just a solid paper.
Yep. And I didn't, after I got all done, I started putting my eyelets in, and I decided I didn't want all of them the same. So I just went and covered up, and I had already made the holes. So I just went and found things off of the sticker sheet and covered the holes up. So now there's a little difference, so they all don't look the same.
And it's a great way for scraps, to use your scraps too.
Yep. Oh, yeah, definitely. And there's the Scotch tape that I made with the slate Scotch tape.
So that's the alcohol ink.
The alcohol ink, yep. And again, I sewed it. I did not...
you don't have to sew it, but
no,
I
and we
like
have
the
the
look of it.
stitching, the rub-on stitches, and we have the stamps, which we are currently out of. The Tim Holtz stitch stamps, but they are coming back in.
maybe today or tomorrow.
Yes, they
shipped.
will be. So if you don't have a sewing machine, you can always use the rub-ons or the stamps, and it gives the same look. So I went to the next one, just did another combination. I love the Tim Holtz crocheted die, which I
that's what
used
she
on
has
both
down
of
here.
them. Yep. Put this picture back on.
And Michelle's asking a question that I can answer. She asked if it would stand up like an accordion, and it
Yes.
does, because I took some pictures earlier.
Yes, it does.
So it's so beautiful to
and you can
display
then
that
see
at
it
home,
from both sides.
and then you can see it.
Yes. Okay, so the next page, I again wanted to use a tag and a flip out.
That's a wow.
And whatever. So I took another number 10 or number 8 tag. And again, I apologize. I do not have any idea what I used for that cutout. It wasn't anything off of here, but it was one of my other dies.
So this just has acetate, and then it goes up and it frames the picture.
Yep.
Of Diane's mom and her aunt.
So this one flips down, and I used washi tape this time. So you can see the washi tape right here. This one right here with the words on it is how I attached this one. So it flips this way. And then I decorate
it. Is that what?
It doesn't.
It just stays.
Yes, it just stays.
I don't know how.
So I didn't have to put a magnet on this one, and again I just started decorating it. I sewed for a real stitch on the actual, this is a die cut off of here, and it did have some stitching already on it, so I just
So sometimes if you're wondering
right
where to stitch
Yep.
where it's the faux stitching is.
Yes. And I put a little tab on it so you know to pick it up. And then I did have quite a dilemma on which way to
What direction?
which direction to this put this on, and I decided you needed to be able to read it when you opened it. So that was how I decided. And I just started layering that.
I agree. That sometimes I've had flips and you're not sure what way to decorate them, but I like what you did.
And this paper here, the background is just a whole sheet.
So that is not a patchwork.
It is not, and it's
But
one of
it
my
looks like a patchwork.
favorite papers. It's this one.
Diane, you're going to love this. Chris is going to make this later today.
Oh, well, thank you. This one looks like it's patchwork, and it already looks like it's got the Scotch tape already on it.
It does. I like that. They
Yeah.
put that in about all their collections.
Yeah, this is a neat paper. It is called Hello Lovely, and it's got that on
This
the back
is all
side.
Simple Stories, and should we tell people we ordered our Christmas from Simple Stories on
Already?
Saturday? So
Oh, my goodness.
hate to think about that, but it's true.
Yeah. So again, I wanted to use the Tim Holtz frames, and they must have already taken them. But they're the set of
the 49 in Market.
the 49 in
frames.
Market frames, which come in the square. They come in 4x6.
Rectangles.
They
Some of
come
them are
in,
stitched, aren't
yeah,
they?
Yeah, they're just awesome, and I just keep a pile of them by my desk, and I'm
that's what
grabbing
she's got
them all
right
the
here.
time. So
Oh, and
this
more acetate.
this paper here.
Do we have that left
Ooh,
still?
boy,
I'm
I
not
don't
sure
know.
we do.
But like this paper here would work.
Oh yeah, you could use that.
That
big
would
flower
work.
would be pretty there. Or that one would be pretty
This
there
one,
too.
this one would work. I think we don't
Everyone
have.
wants to make this, Diane. And they've asked how Dawn's doing and is she enjoying her retirement. Do you want
She is. She had her surgery done on Monday, and she is finally getting along really good. I talked to her. I saw her on Sunday, and she was up hobbling around.
So people probably don't know. Dawn had a knee replacement,
Yes.
so
Which she
she's
needed
doing
to
great.
do.
She went south for a month, so she's loving her retirement.
she is. She's looking forward to getting the other knee done and then being able to plant flowers, which I'm not quite sure if she'll be able to do that.
We'll see.
Yeah. It might be her husband
Thanks
helping
for
her.
asking about Dawn.
Yes.
We do miss her a lot around here for sure.
So again, I picked out this paper, which apologize we don't have anymore, but any of these papers would work. This
With the
one
big pattern.
with the big patterns like that. So then I fussy cut it one of out of the paper, and I thought, well, I'm going to put that on top. So what I did is I took one of the frames, the 49 in Market frames, framed over put acetate in it, put it over the butterfly on the paper, fussy cut it one, put the Distress Glaze Weathered Wood on the top one.
And we have a question about that. So
Okay.
it's a powder, so
It's like an embossing
it's an embossing
powder.
powder. And I think the question might be from someone who hasn't done heat embossing before. And basically you use a slow drying ink, like an embossing ink, and did you put this on with a dauber or paintbrush? or-
I used the dauber.
and then you sprinkle your powder on, and then your powder sticks to the
Embossing
ink,
dauber.
and then you get a heat tool, and you heat it, and it melts.
It melts, and it makes kind of a glossy look to it.
Makes it look a little like an epoxy kind of.
So what I did is I just glued down the center of the butterflies so the wings are movable.
And we have a lot of butterfly dyes too,
Yes.
so that would be another option.
Yeah. So and then I just found a word off of the sticker sheet and put all the words on here, and there. So that is that sheet. And you just keep going with your tags and your muslin.
So you could do as many as you wanted, probably.
You
I
can
mean,
you can do 2, you can do 6. Yep. It really doesn't matter. Okay, so embossing.
Penny's had a few days off, and we're
And
running.
it's over
we're
there.
running her wild.
I think we're looking to see if we have one open.
I don't need one open.
We need one open.
Her tape was open, so now she's.
We do have a studio audience this morning too.
Should I?
Yeah.
She was going to pan over.
Yeah. Okay,
All right.
well, we're moving on.
Let's move on.
Okay, so
Everyone, thanks for your patience.
Yeah.
It's kind of, if you hear whispering or something like that, it's kind of a crazy day here at Memory Bound.
and I was not prepared.
You're prepared. You're fine. Everybody loves this.
This is a dauber.
Yes, that's what I need. Okay,
what she just wants
this
to
is
show it.
what I used for the
I'm
glaze.
like shaking here. Okay.
So what you do is you take your element and you just go over it with your embossing dauber. And then you sprinkle it on.
Or any embossing powder. If
Yes.
That's how you can emboss
Yep.
an element,
Yep.
like a die cut.
I don't think we have one out. I always use mine. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Teresa, come back, though.
Yeah,
wanna-
Teresa really likes
Teresa
using.
forgot to wear her shirt
Oh,
yesterday,
yeah.
so we want to show it. We need a little break.
Thanks for the candy.
Yes, I know. You got candy already, didn't we,
Yes,
from
we
Gloria?
did. Yes.
So,
Yes, I love the daubers.
Yeah, and the
Those are
glaze.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the glaze is fun too.
Yeah.
I keep buying more colors.
all right. There must have been a question, but Kim answered it for us. So thank you, Kim. I don't know what the question was, but it was washi tape was the answer.
Okay.
Kind of like Jeopardy.
So now we're on to the back side. And again, I use different elements to make pockets. This is a pocket. And then I took the 3x4 cards and made a little.
So you keep two together when you,
You
cut them
keep
apart.
two
and it
together,
makes a
so
little
it would
booklet.
look like this.
But you rounded the corners, which makes
I
it pretty
did,
cool.
and I scored it, and then I put the solids inside so you can always journal on those. So if I can grab it right here.
And you can do this with the, maybe not
Okay.
for this project, but with the 4x6
Yep.
journal cards or any of them. Keep them together instead of cutting them apart.
These are the 3x4 elements. So it's this one right here. I love.
Isn't that just beautiful?
Yeah.
That's like the most
I liked.
beautiful stuff.
I liked this one because you can journal or you can put a paper on there.
Lisa says she's working with you, so I'm not sure how she's doing that, but what you need, Maggie?
The gauzy fabric that you used for the hinges.
Oops, there's two.
There's
I
two there.
gave you two by accident.
Oh,
Penny, the 449 in Market washi tape with the stitching.
Welcome back, Penny.
I had about 5 minutes to get this set up last night before I left, and I just didn't pull everything.
Well,
but
you've
this
got
is
so much stuff. So the washi
I did use
tape
a lot
that you're
of stuff.
talking about, is that what's on the front
that's
here?
what's you can see.
It's Diane's new favorite washi tape.
Yep. You can see there's washi tape here. And you can use the washi tape that comes with it. But the new 49 in Market stitching washi tape is awesome, and it matches this collection really well. So that's what this is.
Jennifer says it just keeps going, so many ideas, and she's going to make one. Because you could leave that plain, and Diane's just
definitely.
showing you another way to,
Yep.
you know,
Just more
make
techniques.
it cooler, and that's great.
You know, we all like to...
And we might not use it here, but I'm going to remember that.
Yes, definitely. Again, I used the patchwork, looking for the
Look at this.
background.
Everyone, look at the picture of these two sisters,
Yeah, not
the
fun.
haircuts, and look at the dolls.
And this
so
here is the blue washi tape that have all the really fun words on it. And then I just made a pocket to stick my little card in there. And then this is out of the ephemera. Nope, I think this is, I made
Or
a
is that a
pocket
paper?
out of this one right
Oh,
here.
here we go. Sure.
Yep.
She just remembered.
Yep. And I cut it at an angle. And there's your pocket.
So she made a pocket out of a 4x6.
Are we out of it?
I think we're out
Well,
of it.
that could be. So we might be out of the stitching. I already have those.
Oh.
Thank you. So again, there was stitching there, so I actually stitched along that line.
Very, very
So that is that page. Nothing really special on this one.
cute. No tricks.
No tricks. I just started layering up here and added a picture. Kind of the same way here. I did a patchwork background on this one, added some stickers. And then this one, I added the matting and I left it unglued so I knew I could stick a picture right in there. So if you ever are making an album for somebody and you don't have pictures and you think you would want to put a
That's
picture,
really neat.
just don't glue that part down. And if it's a sticker, all you have to do is use powder and de-stickerize it.
Okay, and Lori's late to the party. Welcome, Lori. We are glad you're here. Diane's showing one of her amazing projects, and this sewing is real sewing.
Yes.
It's real stitching.
Yeah, you can see. Look at this mess right there.
Yes, I think she had a problem with maybe the bobbin there. I don't know.
Yep.
You could use stamps. You could use the rub-ons,
rub-ons.
or you could forgo the stitching, or however you want to do it, or get your sewing machine out.
Yep. So then I made a belly band, which was just a sheet of paper with a sticker on it. And then this is a die cut off of one of the die cut
Is that
sheets
the
too.
4x6 maybe,
It might,
or the multi.
no, it's probably the multi one.
But I like how you added the little tab with the sticker and the butterfly.
Okay, it's off of this
you're
sheet.
so tricky. You added something on the back too.
This sheet is the journaling elements, and it's this one right here. So look, it's already all layered, and I just added a couple elements to the top and put, I cut this one apart right here to do some journaling.
And Leanne said you could doodle your stitching too. I can't
Oh,
believe we forgot that, but
definitely.
absolutely.
Definitely.
And I would just want to tell everyone, this paper, we do not have the collection packs. They're retired. So if you want to make this, you do have to just pick up the individual papers.
And we do have most of the individual papers, or they still are available. The 6x8 tablet is out of stock and discontinued also, so you would have to buy the individual sheets. But we have most of the individual sheets. We have the die cuts. We have the washi tape. And then there's several other things that you can buy to the brads, the floral bits. Those are all in stock. So that was my last page.
Very cool. The hearts are flowing in. I think before we go, we should try to see if that washi tape is up there that you talked
okay.
about.
Yes.
People are asking about it.
Okay.
I don't think it's out of stock. Do
Okay.
you?
That I don't know because I
All
used
right,
it.
because Vicki wants to know where to find it online.
Okay. So
and Lori, you're right with the old pictures. That's a really good collection.
okay. So this is the front. And then this is the back.
And you know, to have something like that, I love the pictures, and they're not even my family, although I did know your mom pretty well.
Yeah.
But even to have out for kids or grandkids, you know, it's your family, it's your story. And
these pictures were actual this size, which is so cool. I'm just finding out back in the olden days, they had so many different sizes of pictures, and these were actual pictures, the sizes, and they fit perfect in here. And then I will go back and mat these pictures.
she's got them kind of in there temporarily.
Yep.
Oh, I forgot you were going to show.
Yeah, so again, we showed this earlier. This would be an awesome collection.
It'd be really good for especially old photos.
It would just
and
be
that's the Tell the Bees.
beautiful. And then this collection from 49 and Market to the Essential Volume 2 collection pack, which are beautiful colors.
You could get a lot of books out of that.
Yep, and it's got washi tape. It's got all the different elements and paper, and it's just
so
beautiful.
really, you could make Diane's project even for different themes, like a birthday.
Oh, definitely.
Hers is a vintage book because of their old photos of her mom and aunt, but you could make it take this and make it anything.
And use your dies. Get out your dies. You know, do stuff like that. It's fun. You can use your dies, as Teresa says, in many different ways. So this was just a one way to use your die that was so easy to use and do.
And they wanted to see the muslin strips. So there's the muslin strips she used. They're a little more than an inch, aren't they? Or maybe an inch and a quarter?
Inch and a quarter, maybe. And then however long you make them, these are a little longer, and then I would just cut them off. But just use a liquid glue. Or you can use score tape.
I wouldn't have known you could use the liquid glue on them. That's great.
This stuff is very strong.
And we showed this the other day, but Diane takes the gem off of the top of her Nouveau glue so she can set it down upside down, and it keeps the glue in the tip. Yep. So there's a tip about a tip for you. So I think, let's see, what's under the blue butterfly? And I think that's acetate?
Yes, so it's the 49 and Market frame that I put acetate around again and used score tape to adhere it on the back like that. And then this paper we are out of. I'd have to figure out which paper that was. And if you want that butterfly paper, we can see if we can still get it. And then I just fussy cut it, the butterfly, and put it over the top of the acetate. And I used the embossing glaze on that, which matches
And then
perfect.
just show us one more time where your magnets are. We had another question about magnets.
Okay, so the magnet is in here. So these two pieces here, you can kind of, well, you can't really see.
The magnets are really thin.
But I used the little magnets. So for this, I didn't need anything strong. So these are the magnets I used, the basic gray ones. They're small and they're thin. So you really can't even see that there's a magnet in there. And then there's a magnet under this tag right here. So you can kind of hear it.
And I love the sound of it. I think when projects have magnets, that just makes them kind of cool.
Yeah. So you can lift that up, and then
And we have magnets available from Basic Gray, like Diane used, and then we have the new ones from 49 and Market, and they're going to be in our miscellaneous product category online if you want to check them out.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else you can think of?
Well, I hope it wasn't too confusing for you ladies. If you have any questions, please call.
I think everybody liked it. They say it's beautiful. A lot of people are going to make it. I think all we need to do is see if we have that washi tape that you were loving.
And if you need help doing the hinge, just go back and refer to the video. It's just an easy way to make a hinge. And if you do need if you're making different projects and you need bookbinding, this basic or 49 and Market fabric tape is awesome. It comes in 4 different sizes. It's just plain black. So if you don't want to use the muslin, you can use something like this.
That would work very
well. The fabric tape is awesome for making hinges.
It's pliable, and it doesn't crack, it doesn't break or tear like
it won't
paper
tear.
might.
No.
So I'm going across Diane's product here. She's trying to get out. She's trapped by a chair.
Okay.
There's her tags, and we're just going to walk up and see if her washi tape that she has been loving is still here from 49 and Market. And I can't believe we'd be out of it. But maybe we are. Well, guess what we're ordering today?
Yep. And that.
I thought it was hanging right here.
No, it was in here.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
But,
we're going to get that ordered because
yes.
it looks like it might be out.
Yes, it is out. I didn't get that ordered, but we will definitely get that ordered.
Well, I
It's
think
the stitching.
I think it snuck out on us, Diane. We had it.
And
It's
we
got
had
all
it.
different little stitches.
We had it with this collection too, and it's not
So
here.
if you would like a box of that, just let us know, and we'll be happy to reserve one for you when they come in.
it's
Probably be
got
here
the
Monday.
green, it's got the sage green stitching, it's got black stitching. It's just awesome. It goes with a lot of different collections.
Yeah, Diane came out when she was checking it in and was pretty excited
Yeah.
about it and said how it goes with so much.
Yep, it does. Oh, and here's the square
yeah.
and the 3x4 file cards frame sets that I used. So either one of these are really fun. I just have them all sitting by my desk in a container, and I just grab them. And there's background sheets. There's different tabs. So if you want a tab on your right side, you can add it in the middle or at the end. So they've really thought through these things for people to use them. There's ones that already have stitching on them. So yeah, I have like all of these.
You can tell we are a big 49 and Market
Yeah.
store.
And
We tend to like all of it.
the bigger 4x6 frames.
I wasn't even showing that. Sorry. I am now. I am now. So tomorrow then, Katie's here, and she's got a folio to show you.
Yeah,
and
that's really cool.
Explain how she made it. And then Thursday, Chris is here. We'll know more about that, what she's doing Thursday. So I guess thank you, everyone, for joining
Yes.
us today.
Thank
and I
you,
hope you
and
have a
thanks
beautiful
for
day.
Putting up with.
Diane, they loved it.
Well, thank you.
And Diane's back. She's got lots of cool projects that you're going to love. So she will be
thank
back
you.
with those. So have a crafty Tuesday, and we'll be back tomorrow morning.